Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiv Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Dhiriyat Nashtaprayesha Bhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavati Uttam Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistike. So continuing with the discussion on Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 3, Chapter 24, the renunciation of Kartamani, text number 20 onwards. Maitre Uvacha Tavashvasya Jagat Srishta Kumara Senarada Hanso Hansena Yanena Tridham Parmam Yayo. Sri Maitreya said, after thus speaking to Kardamuni and his wife Devahuti, Lord Brahma, the creator of the universe, who is also known as Hansa, went back to the highest of the three planetary systems on his own swan carrier with the four Kumaras and Narad. The word Hansena Yanena are very significant here. Hansa Yan, the airplane by which Brahma travels all over outer space, resembles a swan. Brahma is also known as Hansa because he can grasp the essence of everything. His abode is called Tridham Paramam. There are three divisions of the universe: the upper planetary system, the middle planetary systems, and the lower planetary system. But his abode is above even Siddhaloka, the upper planetary system. He returned to his own planet with the four Kumaras and Narad because they were not going to be married. The other rishis who came with him, such as Marichi and Atri, remained there because they were to be married to the daughters of Kardam. But his other sons, Sanandan, Sanatan, and Narad, went back with him in a swan-shaped airplane. The four Kumaras and Narad are Nashtik Brahmacharis. Nashtik Brahmacharis refers to one who never wastes his semen at any time. They were not to attend the marriage ceremony of their other brothers, Marichi and other sages, and therefore they went back with their father, Hansa. So apparently the other sages, and that mentioned here, 9 sages, they also went with Brahmaji. And 4 Kumaras were there, and Narad Muni was there. And see, Brahmaji was glorifying Kardamuni for that, oh, you agreed to my instructions, and so you are a very good son and very good devotee, and your realization. And 4 Kumaras were there listening to all this. When 4 Kumaras had refused to follow this instruction of Brahmaji. And I guess that is why Brahmaji never told Narad Muni to go get married. He thought maybe he will also refuse and then I'll get angry. So he never asked him. So the point that I was making yesterday, so 4 Kumaras, Narad Muni, they have a different way of doing bhakti. And the others, Marichi, Atri, Kardamuni, they have a different way. So there is no one to say who's better, who one is inferior and one is superior. Nobody can say that. They all are doing their services, and they all are perfect in self-realization. And now Brahmaji went back after giving instructions to Devahuti and Kardamuni, and foretelling beforehand about Lord Kapil Dev, what is he going to do, his activities, what are they going to be. And now he went back. Gate shat dhritokshatta kardamastena chauditaha yathoditam swaduhitrihi pradad vishvasrujam tataha. O Vidura, after the departure of Brahma, Kardamuni, having been ordered by Brahma, handed over his 9 daughters as instructed to the 9 great sages who created the population of the world. Text 22-23. Marichay kalam prada danusuyam athatre shaddhaman angi rasye yachat pulastyay havirbhavam Pulhaye gatim yuktam kritve cha kriyam satim Khayatim cha bhragvaya ayachha vasisthaya piyan arundhatim. Kardam Muni handed over his daughter Kala to Marichi and another daughter Anasuya to Atri. He delivered Shraddha to Angira and Havirbhu to Pulastya. He delivered Gati to Pula, the chaste Kriya to Kritu, Khayati to Bhrigu, and Arundhati to Vasishtha. Atharvarne Adadachantim Yaya Yagyo Vitanyate Viprishabhan Krito Dvahan Sadaran Samlalayat. He delivered Shanti to Atharva. Because of Shanti's sacrificial ceremonies were well performed. Thus he got the foremost Brahmins married and he maintained them along with their wives. Tatastarishya kshattaha kritadara nimantriyatam pratishthanande mampannaha swam ashramam mandalam. Thus married, the sages took leave of Kardam and departed full of joy, each for his own hermitage, O Vidura. Sarchavatirnam triyugam magyaya vivadharvarshibham vivikta ukta sangamya pranamya samabhashata. When Kardamuni understood that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the chief of all the demigods, Vishnu, had descended, Kardam approached him in a secluded place, offered obeisances, and spoke as follows. Lord Vishnu is called Three Yuga. He appears in three yugas, Satya, Treta, and Dwapar. But in Kali Yuga, he does not appear. From the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj, however, we can understand that he appears garbed as a devotee. So he comes as a Channa avatar, as a garbed or as a covered incarnation. In Kali Yuga, Lord Chaitanya is that devotee. Krishna appeared in the form of a devotee, but although he never disclosed himself, Rupa Goswami could understand his identity, for the Lord cannot hide himself from a pure devotee. Rupa Goswami detected him when he offered his first obeisances to Lord Chaitanya. He knew that Lord Chaitanya was Krishna himself, and therefore offered his obeisances with the following words: I offer my respects to Krishna, who has now appeared as Lord Chaitanya. This is also confirmed in the prayers of Prahlad Maharaj. In Kali Yuga, he does not directly appear, but appears as a devotee. Vishnu, therefore, is known as Three Yuga. Another explanation of Three Yuga is that he has three pairs of defined attributes, namely power and affluence, piety and renown, and wisdom and dispassion. According to Sridhar Swami, his three pairs of opulences are complete riches and complete strength, complete fame, complete beauty, complete wisdom, and complete renunciation. There are different interpretations of Three Yuga, but it is accepted by all learned scholars that Three Yuga means Vishnu. When Kardam Muni understood that his son Kapila was Vishnu himself, he wanted to offer his obeisances. Therefore, when Kapila was alone, he offered his respects and expressed his mind as follows. So Brahmaji had already disclosed that Lord Kapil Dev is Vishnu himself, is a unchained, is an expansion of the Supreme Lord. He is going to appear. So Kardam Muni was aware of that, and in the shloka it's called Three Yuga. So Prabhupada gives explanation. Three Yuga, either it means he appears in three yugas only, not in Kali Yuga, but in Kali Yuga he appears as in the form of a devotee. One can say, oh, he appeared as Lord Buddha appeared in Kali Yuga, and Kalki Avatar is going to appear. Well, Lord Buddha is, again, he is not full-fledged avatar, he is an ansha or expansion. And some say he is the Shaktavesh avatar also. And Kalki avatar will appear towards the end of Kali Yuga, more towards it's called Sandhya, between Kali Yuga and Satyuga, with there's a junction. So technically it won't be Kali Yuga. And so Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared in Kali Yuga, but he appeared more as a devotee than a supreme personality of Godhead. Although Rupa Goswami understood, and also many times he did show his Vishnu feature, the 600 form or 400, 600, 800 features he showed sometimes to his devotees. But it was just momentarily and just for the pleasure of the devotees, because the devotees asked him for it. And mostly he acted as a devotee of the Lord to teach all of us how to become a devotee. And Prabhupada says, Sridhar Swami and other acharyas explain 3 yuga means one who has these 6 opulences in full. So Kardamuni now he's approaching Kapil Dev. Well, Kapil Dev is a little baby right now. He appeared, but Kardamuni knows he's the Supreme Lord himself. Aho papacya mananam niryaswar mangala kalena bhuya sanyanam prasidanti devata. Kardamuni said, oh, after a long time the demigods of this universe have become pleased with the suffering souls who are in the material entanglement because of their own misdeeds. This material world is a place for suffering, which is due to the misdeeds of the inhabitants, the conditioned souls themselves. The sufferings are not extraneously imposed upon them. Rather, the conditioned souls create their own suffering by their own acts. In the forest, fire takes place automatically. It is not that someone has to go there and set a fire. Because of friction among various trees, the fire occurs automatically. When there is too much heat from the forest fire of this material world, the demigods, including Brahma himself, being harassed, approach the Supreme Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and appeal to him to alleviate the condition. When the Supreme Personality of Godhead descends, in other words, then the Supreme Personality of Godhead descends. In other words, when the demigods become distressed by the sufferings of the conditioned souls, they approach the Lord to remedy the suffering, and the personality of Godhead descends. When the Lord descends, all the demigods become enlivened. Therefore, Kardama Muni said, after many, many years of human suffering, all the demigods are now satisfied because Kapil Dev, the incarnation of Godhead, has appeared. So the Lord appears, just like he says in Bhagavad Gita, Yada Yada Hi Dharmasya, Glanir Bhavati Bharata, Vithanam Dharmasya, Tadatmanam Sijami. So whenever there is a decline of religion and irreligion becomes prominent, I appear myself and establish the real dharma, real religion. So this incident of Kapil Dev is happening in the Satyuga period. So he's appearing and he's going to establish the dharma of Sankhya Yoga or meditation, basically. But what Kapil Dev is Karda Muni is referring to, that, oh, everybody is suffering. Suffering is basically of lack of knowledge at that time. There were no demons harassing all the rishis and the devotees, or there were riots going on in the streets or in the houses. There was no such thing. But still the suffering was there. Even in Satyuga, the suffering is there. The quality of suffering is different. It's the ignorance. People don't know. So Kapil Dev appears to give them the knowledge of Sankhya Yoga. Kali Yuga, the suffering is completely different. Forget about knowledge. Forget about yajna. Forget about deity worship. Forget about austerity. Nothing. This is like mythical things that happen. People don't even believe in scripture. That they won't even believe in all this, whatever Bhagavatam says. These things are mythical. We don't know if it happened. just stories written by sages. So Kali Yuga is completely different kind of suffering. It's a day of quarrel, hypocrisy. All nonsense things go on in Kali Yuga. They're not asking for, oh, my dearest Lord, we are in ignorance. We don't know about I am myself. Please teach me. Nobody was bothered about that. So that's why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu appeared and he gave us the very easy process. Very, very easy process. There cannot be an easier process than this. And especially it became even more easy because of mercy of Nityananda Prabhu and then following Acharyas and Srila Prabhupada. It became more easy because they know the situation of people in Kali Yuga. Fighting it, little things. CAA, okay, well, let's fight on that. No CAA, yes CAA. What nonsense we are fighting for. But this is what Kali Yuga is. So since the problems are so petty, the solution, the real mercy also is too much. It's just like, just chant. That's it. You don't have to do anything else. Just chant. And you will go back. Even that is difficult for people. Forget about in Satyuga, they used to meditate, go to the Himalayas, and look at Kardamani. Right after babies are born, okay, girls are born first, he got married, the girls got married to nine sages. Finally, they're gone. It's not like they're going to sit down, Kardamani and Devati, and then plan, okay, now Shanti is going to have a son or a daughter, and I have to worry about him, and the other daughters will have other kids, and then this, and dowry, and this, and that. And then the festival is there, so we have to give them gifts, and this, and that. No such thing. And then Lord Kapil Dev is born, and he's born, Kardamani will pay respects, do his prayers, and then he'll just leave. Kali Yuga, who does that? And then Kardamani, he did 10,000 years of tapasya already, and few years with Devahuti, and now he'll go back to his tapasya again and do more tapasya. Kali Yuga, this is not possible. They know the condition, the mentality, the consciousness of people in Kali Yuga. They know. So the process is also very simple for Kali Yuga. But even that simple process we cannot adopt properly. We make a mess of it. Bahu janma vipakvena samyak yoga samadhina drashtum yatante yatyaha shunyagareshu yatpadam. After many births, mature yogis by complete trance in yoga endeavor in secluded places to see the lotus feet of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Some important things are mentioned here about yoga. The word Bahu Janma Vipakvena means after many births of mature yoga practice. And another word, Samyak Yoga Samadhina, means by complete practice of the yoga system. Complete practice of yoga means Bhakti Yoga. Unless one comes to the point of Bhakti Yoga or surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, one's yoga practice is not complete. This same point is corroborated in the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. Bahunam Janmanam Ante. After many births, the Jnani who has matured in transcendental knowledge surrenders unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Kardamani repeats the same statement after many years and many births of complete practice of yoga. One can see the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord in a secluded place. It is not that after practicing some sitting postures, he immediately becomes perfect. One has to perform yoga a long time, many births, to become mature And a devotee has to practice, and a yogi has to practice in a secluded place. One cannot practice in a city or in a public park and declare that he has become God simply by exchange of some dollars. This is all bogus propaganda. Those who are actually yogis practice in a secluded place, and after many, many births, they become successful, provided they surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This is the completion of yoga. So Karda Muni, who did yoga for 10,000 years, he knows what yoga is, and he perfected it. So after many, many births, and Prabhupada is also stressing on that endeavor in secluded places, because yoga means meditation, samadhi. Samadhi means complete concentration, going in trance, thinking of the lotus feet of the Supreme Lord. No disturbance should be there. Then one can concentrate, one can try to concentrate. It's very difficult. So it takes long time. Even Bhakti Yoga, although it is easier, in a way it is easier, but it's not actually easy. And it's a path of mercy, path of grace, but still it takes many, many lifetimes. It's when Rupa Goswami says in Nectar of Devotion, it's not possible to do complete Bhakti Yoga in one lifetime. Of course, those who have come on this path, so in previous lifetime they did some practice, either Agyat Sukriti or some bhakti we did. So we have come on this path now. But the point is, like Prabhupada said, let's finish this business in one lifetime, in this lifetime. Just finish it off. So, yes, it is difficult. I'm not saying it is easy. It is difficult to chant with attention, without offenses. It is difficult. It's difficult to concentrate when we are studying Prabhupada's books. It's difficult to do our services properly. It's difficult to associate with devotees. But is it easy to live in Kali Yuga to begin with? Yes, it is difficult to perform bhakti process. But is it easier on the other side? No, it's more difficult to live as a non-devotee in Kali Yuga. To take birth again in Kali Yuga? Oh my gosh. We are seeing only a portion, not even full, only a portion of the drop of the ocean of sufferings of Kali Yuga. That's all we are witnessing. Because by mercy of Krishna, we are still protected. By mercy of Lord Nrsimhadev, we are still protected. Even this, witnessing whatever we are witnessing, in Delhi or in China or in America or anywhere else, it's all padam padam yatu vipadam. Every step there is danger. So if this is not easy, actually it's not easy. So we cannot even imagine what will happen if we have to take birth again. And first of all, we don't know where we're gonna be born. It might not be in India, might be somewhere else. And then secondly, Kali Yuga will become even more powerful. Next birth. We have started the process of bhakti, so chances are we will get some association, so we can make progress further. But we don't know what kind of association, where will that association be, and what point of life it might be from day one, or it might be after age 50 years of age, I don't know. We get the association again, and then we take the process again, and then there are more problems of Kali Yuga, and then we again complain that I cannot concentrate on my chant. So might as well start concentrating now, start chanting properly now, Try and endeavor for it. Go for it. So the idea is we don't take birth again. That's the whole process. So yoga and other practices are not practical for this age. Only chanting is. So Harer Nam, Kevalam. Kalau Nastev, Katirandata. There is no other process, there is no other way, no other way. Just chanting. So we'll stop here. See anybody has any questions or comments.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for wonderful class.
Thank you, brother. Anybody else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Okay, so I guess we can stop here. You all have a wonderful day. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna.